Hello, welcome back. This is video number 4 in the N8N series. If you have not watched my previous videos on this topic, I suggest you do, as this is in continuation of the previous discussions. In video number 3, we configured AI agent with simple chat memory. In this video, we are going to set up using Postgres. Now, before getting into the setup, I would like to briefly go over the differences between the two. Simple chat memory, as the name suggests, is a quick and simple memory. Key features: zero setup. You don't need any credentials, no database, no stress. It runs offline, means it runs in the local workflow instance. It is very fast and easy to set up. When to use? It can be used in testing or when you want to debug your workflows. It is suited for workflows that won't scale. When you are in a need for a quick plug and play memory option, it's always available there. Well, hold your horses there. There are some things to watch out. It is only meant for single instance. There is no parallel processing. Memory resets when workflow is reloaded. Now comes one of the other very popular options that we are going to set up in the video. It's called Postgres chat memory. It's basically a standalone database with a dedicated chat memory history table. This is one of the options that is used for AI chat memory. Key features: everything is recorded in a dedicated database table. Multiple sessions or parallel users are supported. Since data is available in database, you can actually query, analyze, or audit like a pro. When to use? When you need long-term memory support, your workflow has a requirement to support multiple user sessions. You want to analyze data, maintain backups, and have database fancy implementations. Well, there are things to watch out. It definitely requires a Postgres database and credentials to be set up in N8N environment. And obviously it is slightly more complex than the simple chat memory. Okay, enough reasoning and convincing. The bottom line is, simple chat memory is not sufficient if you want to take AI agents out to do something more than just personal projects. For setting up Postgres chat memory, you need a running instance of Postgres server. It can be done in two ways. One, a local instance running on your machine. Or, number two, a hosted instance which is available on internet. For this particular video, we are going to use a local instance, keeping it an offline setup where you don't need internet to run an AI agent. I won't go into how to install Postgres on your machine, as there are a lot of resources out there. For example, this W3 Schools has a very good step-by-step instructions that you can follow. Once installed, open pgadmin4 app, right-click on the database node, create new database, name it as video for N8N Postgres chat memory. That is what we are calling our illustration here. Now, go back to N8N workflow, click the plus sign that says memory under AI agent, select Postgres chat memory from the list. I have some credentials that I created earlier, but you can select create new credentials from the credentials to connect with drop down. Fill in the information starting from host. This is where the DB server is located. I have my N8N instance hosted in a Docker container, and I will have to change this to something else, which I'll come back in a bit. Database is the name of the database we just created. User is the Postgres server admin. Password is the password for your Postgres server admin. And finally, the port is also left default, which is 5432. Click on save. This will give an error saying connection refused. Why? Because N8N is not on my machine's local host. It is available on the internal local host of the Docker container. So we'll go back to the host name and type in host.docker.internal and retry. Yep, it worked. Now go back to the canvas. Also, if you go to the Postgres database we created and look under the tables node, you won't see anything yet. Let me split my screen to have N8N Postgres side by side to see what happens when we execute our workflow. I entered my input in the N8N chat space to introduce myself. Click that send button to kick off the workflow execution. It executed with all green and a response in the output section. Now, if I go to the Postgres window and refresh tables, I see a new table created with the name N8N Chat Histories. We didn't do anything specific to create this table, right? It is all automatic through N8N. See the columns it created? Now we'll go ahead and query this table. Right-click this table node and select View or Edit Data. This opened the query and results section on the right. And if you notice, our workflow execution created two records, one for the input and the second one with the output details. To further validate, I went in the chat and typed, "Do you know what is my name?" It processed and responded as expected. In pgadmin 4, I simply re-executed the select query, and here it is, another 2 records created for the recent action. Alright. To conclude this video, I would like to emphasize again that we were able to set up completely offline N8N AI agent with no internet required for the execution. In the next video, we'll learn how to set up Postgres that is hosted in cloud. And obviously, we'll switch our gears from offline to an internet connected hybrid version. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to follow and subscribe. Also bookmark the N8N playlist. I am not just about teaching AI. I dive into DIY projects, strengths training, product reviews, and so much more. Stick around. There's a lot to explore. Bye for now.